Guys, today I am going to demonstrate another data analysis task from one of the past paper. So I have already downloaded the source files and also I have downloaded the question paper. So later stage what I am going to do, I am going to put link in the description of this video from where you can download these source files and as well as the question paper. So what you have to do, you just have to follow my lead. Whatever I'm demonstrating, you have to do uh, practicing of that, and you can follow my lead, you can follow along. So let us start with today's session, today's demonstration. So I have these source files and also the question paper is with me. So let us open the question paper first. So as we are going to do the data analysis part, so we are going to start it from task 2 spreadsheet. So it is a quite similar task to that one that I already did. That was task 1 and this is task 2. So first of all, you have to see for these instructions. These instructions are related to the formatting. Whenever you deal with, they are basically asking us, whenever you deal with any currency values, then you have to put it with 2 decimal places, and also you have to put the currency symbol. In this case, the currency symbol is like this. So I'm going to show you how to put that currency symbol. So this is something that we have to do related to formatting, and also they are giving this hint as well that 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. So first thing first, they're asking that use suitable software package, load the file 1632 sheet.csv. So first of all, I'm just going to locate this file and I'm going to open it. So I'm just going to open my source files and my question paper side by side. So if I just navigate myself to source files, you can see this file they were talking about. Just open this file and analyze this file, what you are going to get out of this file. So as you know that what first step, whenever you analyze the file, what you have to do, select the entire file. You just have to click on this space here. This is going to make selection of entire sheet, and then you have to click. If I just zoom in a bit, so you have to click uh, in in between the separation of 2 columns to make the width auto adjusted. Here you will find, you can see that this wording here is annual sales, but you can see that this entire content from this cell is not visible. To make it visible, what we are going to do, select the entire sheet by clicking here and then clicking on the separation between the 2 cells. Once you are going to do that, it's going to auto adjust the width for each, you can say each field. So we are done with this step. This is very important step whenever you do the task. So I'm just going to open these windows side by side, my Excel sheets on the left side and my PDF document on the right side. Now they are asking that save this file as a spreadsheet with the file name 1632 underscore and your center number and candidate number. For example, your saved file name should be like this. Fine. So for that reason, I just need to save this file. So file, save as, and remember you have to save this file in your current folder where you're working, your work area. So in this case, my work area is this one. Here I'm going to rename this file. So according to their instructions, 163 underscore JRA173, I'm just going to write assumed values here. So center number and candidate number. But here, very important aspect, never to forget, as you can see that this is a comma separated value. So you have to change this into appropriate format. And in this case, as we are using Microsoft Office Excel, so we have to change this format into Excel workbook. This is very important step. Don't forget about this step. So once we are going to change it into Excel workbook, we can save this file. And now let us see what is the next instruction. Okay, place our automated file name which includes file path on the left in the footer. So file name and the file path, they are asking us to put left of the footer, left in the footer. So basically from footer we just came to know that yes, we have to insert a header or footer thing. So for that reason you all already know you have to go to insert tab. So click on insert tab, and under this text group you're going to find header and footer option. So according to the instructions, they said that you can see at the top we have a header, and scroll down, and at the bottom there is a footer. Fine. So if you have to scroll up and down, you cannot do while you have clicked in header or footer. You just have to click outside. So this is the view where you can see the header and footer. So according to their instructions, we have to put a file name and path, automated file name which includes path on the left in the footer. So we are in the left of the footer, and we have to go to header and footer option, and from here you can see there is a file name and there is a file path. So just click both of them. I'm just going to do it again so you get to know. If I just zoom in here, you will see under the header footer tab there is option of file name and then file path. So once I'm done with that, you will see that this is inserted here. If I just click outside, you will see that file name and file path is included. Although file name with path is, you can say, it's very long, but still it's okay. I'm okay with it because it is placed in the desktop, so the path for that desktop file is very large. So I'm okay because I have already put it on the left side of the footer. I'm okay. I prefer to do work in a normal view. Right now, this is not a normal view. So to change this view into normal view, so I just have to go back to here, right bottom corner with the zoom in and zoom out option. So here you can see we have a page layout, but we have to revert back to normal view. So click on this option. So you have to be reverted back to the normal view. Once you get back to the normal view, you will see that the footer that you have included, it's not visible here. So no worries about that because we don't need that to be visible in the normal view. What we want, that it should be visible in the print preview, because once we are going to take a print, so that print should have your details like those. So later stage they might ask you to put your name, candidate number, and center number in the header or footer. So once you're going to take the print of that, so it's going to appear in the print. So if I just check for the print preview, control P, you will see in the footer option, if I just zoom in, you will see that my file name and path is included here. So I'm done up to this point. Let us see what next instructions they have there is for us. So insert two new rows between 12 and 13. So between 12 and 13, you see here between 12 and 13, if I zoom in, so we have to insert two rows. So to insert row above 13, as they are asking that in between 12 and 13, so we have to select row 13, right click and click on insert. I have inserted one and I have to insert another one. So they were asking us to insert two new rows. So I'm done with inserting two new rows. So next step in A14, so this one here. So what text we have to include? A14, I'm just going to copy this text here like this, and I'm going to put in A14. So double click here, and I cannot paste it right now. Just copy it again, and now I'm going to paste it like this. Okay, so this is the text that was required to be pasted here in A14. We are done with the pasting of this. Then they are asking that merge cells A14 to H14. So A14 to H14, we have to select it, and then at the top there is option of merge center. Just click on merge center. Now it is merge center. I'm just going to revert back these changes. So again, I have to go to this option merge center. So I have selected cell A14 to H14. So then I have, under the home tab there is option of merge to center. I clicked on that, and now these cells are merged together. So we are done up to this point. Now they are asking that format this cell that text is center aligned with black and 24 points. So basically they are asking us, we have to make this 24, size 24. I'm just going to make it size 24. And then they are asking that font should be serif font. So serif font is your Times New Roman. Uh, if we talk about sans serif, so that is Calibri or Arial. So you can choose any of them. So right now, because they are asking that we have to choose for serif font, remember serif font, uh, I'm going to choose Times New Roman. So here I go. I have selected serif font. Make the content of cells in row 1 to 15 and 16 bold and italic. So row 1, I'm just going to click on control. I'm going to select it. So I have to make them bold and italic, and same goes for 14 and 15. Just re-verifying it. So 1 to 15 and 16. 15 and 16 bold and italic. If I just verify the instructions, bold and italic, no underline. So we are done up to this point. In cell D17, enter a function to look up from the external file 163jobs.csv the job description of the employee. So whenever there is option of lookup, so and remember here they are asking for external file. So we have one of the external file. So first of all, you need to open that external file to analyze that file. Fine. So for that reason, I have to locate that external file. So this is the file, and once you open that file, you will see by analyzing, I get to know there are job codes and also the job description is there. So first thing first, if you remember, standard procedure, same, select entire sheet and double click on the separation so everything becomes visible. So you can see we have column 1 where job codes are stored, and in column B we have a job description. This is our external file. So we have to find the job description. So here we have to use a Vlookup. If I just open both of these files side by side, you will get to know that you see job code is there, and here this one is job code. If I just go for SD, so here somewhere is going to be SD. So you can see here SD. So we want that for SD, job description should be sanctuary director. So from here we have to look up for this value and get this value in this job description cell. So for that reason, very simple, we are going to use VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP means vertically we are looking for the value, and what value we are looking for, this job code, fine. And then according to this on display help, you can see there is a lookup value, and then we have to put a comma, and then they are asking that what is your table array. So my table array is this entire table. I'm looking this value from this table, and then I have to put a comma again. So you can see, that formula is reflected in this external sheet as well, because this link is created between them. So comma, then they are asking that what is your column index, from which column I should be returning you the value. For the job code, it should return me value from this job description. So column 1 and column 2. So I'm just going to write column 2, and then what you want, exact match or approximate match. In this case I want exact match, I don't want approximate match. So for that reason, either you can write 0 or either you can write false. So both are correct. In that case, press enter. You will see that it has given us the exact value. For SD, the corresponding value is sanctuary director. So I'm just going to double click here, so to make it to adjust the width of this cell. So next step, we are done with this VLOOKUP thing. Here, next step, in cell E17, enter the function lookup for the pay grade table, the annual pay rate for the employee. So this is what you can say, internal, within that same file we have this data, and you can see that pay grade, annual salary is dependent on the pay grade here given. So pay grade, for example A1, the corresponding value is to 20,000. We have to return this value for the annual salary. So for that reason, what I'm going to do, but here you can use a vertical lookup, but even in most of the cases, in papers they're asking us to use, what you can say, to use most efficient method. So here the most efficient method is to use lookup function. Fine, you can use vertical lookup as well, but I just want to teach you the lookup function as well. So lookup is also a very powerful tool that helps you a lot. So I'm just going to show you what's the difference between vertical lookup and lookup function. So I told you that you can do it with a vertical lookup function, but most of the cases in the exams they're asking us to use most efficient method. So I feel like the most efficient method here is lookup. So equal to, I'm going to write lookup, and then they're asking that what is your lookup value. My lookup value is A1 because pay grade, and then they're asking us that what is your lookup vector. So my lookup vector is this one, this entire range. And what one thing very important, we have to make it absolute, because later stage we are going to replicate this formula downwards. So to make it fix, what we are going to do, as you know, that we are going to select this, and uh, we are going to use F4 key to make it fix. Fine. So then this is our lookup vector. So we are looking A1 from this vector. Fine. And then result vector. So from where we are going to retrieve the result. So from here we are going to retrieve. This is our result vector. And when one more important aspect to this is that uh, we have to fix this value as well, fix this vector as well. So for that reason, again we are going to use F4 key, so to make it fix. So here, if I just click enter, you're going to get this value. So pay grade table, annual pay rate for this employee, multiply this by value in the work columns. So I'm just going to multiply this value here with cell F17. You see, there is a cell F17 here, this one under the works. So you can see F column and 17th row. So I'm just going to select that, press enter. So we are done up to this point. Yes, multiply this by value in the works column. So this is the value in the works column. We already have multiplied it. You can see, but we are going to keep it relative because once we are going to replicate it downwards, so it should be moving down. But these vectors should not be moving down. Although you can use vertical lookup as well, but more efficient way to do this uh, calculation here is by using lookup. So now in cell G17, enter formula to display full time if the work column contains 1, not start if works column contain 0, part time if not 0 or 1. So you can see that there is written as if. So there are multiple criteria is given. In previous task I told you there were all, I think, 3 to 4 criteria. So we have to apply 3 if statements, and once you apply if statement within if statement, you call that as a nested if. So here we are going to also put a nested if, but there are 3 criteria, so we are going to put 2 if statements. So for that reason, according to the given criteria, equal to if this works cell is equal to 1, then you have to write full time. If same cell is equal to 0, then write we have to display not started. Remember, whenever you are going to return a string type of value, you have to put in double quotes. So rest is remaining one criteria, that is obviously either obviously if it's going to be 1, then it's going to be full time. If it's 0, then it's going to be not started. And if uh, not from 1 or 0, then obviously the other thing, the left thing, is that part time. So I'm just going to write part time in brackets here, part time. So the brackets that you have started, you have to close those brackets, because I have started 2 brackets, I have to close 2 brackets. So as you can see, this is giving me, if I just zoom in here for you. So here you see, in this case, F17 is equal to 1, so that it has given me full time. If it was F17, this cell was equal to 0, then the display text should be not started. Otherwise, if it's not 1, neither 0, then it is going to return part-time. So in this case, if I am going to replicate it downwards, you can see 0.6. It's neither 1, neither 0. It's going to give me part-time. Okay. In cell H17, enter formula to calculate weekly wage in rupees, rounded down to nearest paisa. So what I am going to do here about weekly wage. So for the weekly wage, you know that in a year there are 52 weeks. So what we can do is that we can take annual salary and we can divide it by 52, because you know that in uh, uh, in a year there are 52 weeks. So press enter, and you can see that here the value, they you know, it has lot of decimal places. So according to them you have to round down the value. So for that reason you are going to use round down function. So I'm just going to maximize this so that it is visible to you. So I'm going to use round down, so to the nearest. Okay, so round down, and this is my number. I'm just going to put it here, another bracket, and here bracket, and then number of digit, how many number of digit I required. So two decimal places, because we are talking about weekly wages. So you can see this is our weekly wage. Round down, so remember, round down to two decimal places. So if I just show you, you can see that it has been round down to two decimal places. Okay, nearest pesa. So basically, for the pesa, here we have to round down it to two decimal places. Replicate the formula enter in step 6, 7, 8, and 9 for each employee. So now the thing is that we just need to replicate all of these formulas here up to this point like this, and you can see that width of some content, it's not adjusted, so make it adjusted. And then annual salary we have to replicate downwards. Then we have for the job type either full-time, up to this we have to replicate. And then we have a weekly wage, so we have to replicate this downward as well up to this here. So from here I have to replicate. By mistake I have replicated from the top, so that's not correct. So here you go. So we are done up to this point. Okay, so in H48, this is the cell H48. Enter a function to add a totally weekly wage. Okay, so we already replicated in H48, enter a function to add the total weekly wage bill. So here we have to add, so you remember we have to use a sum function. Okay, and then we have to take this entire range because we are going to calculate sum for this. Press enter, so you can see that our weekly wage is calculated here. Okay, so apply appropriate formatting to all cells. So all of these cells I have to apply appropriate formatting. So appropriate formatting means wherever we have a currency, so we have to uh, select that. For example, this is annual salary, so I'm just going to right click and format cells, and there is option of currency, two decimal places. And if you remember, we have to find Indian rupees, so just scroll down until you find in English Indian. So somewhere here you can see English India. Fine, just click here and click OK. So you can see that rupees has added to that one. And then also for the weekly wage, you see, and up to this point, right click, format cells, again currency, two decimal places, and same goes, we have to find the Indian rupee. So down here, just scroll down, you can see there are all of these options. You can choose Hindi as well, but English India is fine for me because it is also going to give a same type of symbol. So weekly total is there. And also this is done. Okay, so we are done up to this point. So we have to apply the formatting for this as well. So for that reason, I'm just going to simple. What you can do, just click here and then click on format painter and then replicate this as well here. So here you are going to get a pay rate as well. So we are done with the appropriate formatting for this particular paper. So let us see what are the next instructions. Sort the weekly wage table into descending order of annual salary, then ascending order of job description. So basically, now they're asking that sort the weekly wage table into descending order of the annual salary, then ascending order of job description. So for that reason, because we have to do sorting, we have to select this entire cell except this weekly total, and then there is option of sort and filter, and you can go uh, custom sort, and here you are going to sort by. According to that, we are going to sort according to annual salary, and let us see what else they are asking. Weekly, okay, sort the weekly wage table into descending weekly wage. So basically we are going to select weekly wage, and it should be into descending order. So here largest to smallest, descending order. So we are done with first level, but we are not done yet because they are asking that first sort it weekly wage, sort it according to largest to smallest, then another sort, another level we have to add, and that is for annual salary, and that is ascending order. So here we have to go for annual salary, smallest to largest. So click OK. So you can see that it is sorted according to that particular criteria. So first of all, it was sorted according to the weekly wage, and that is sorted into descending order, and then it is sorted uh, with the annual salary in a ascending order. So there are two levels of sort here in this particular scenario. Save and print the spreadsheet showing the formula and make sure your name, center number, and candidate number are entered in appropriate place on your spreadsheet. So we are done we are done up to this point. So what we are going to do now, they are asking that show the formula. So you have to go to formula tab, and there is option of show formula, and you can see that all of the content is not visible. So make it visible. Just right click, click here, and then double click here. So everything is now visible. Next step is that obviously for center number and candidate number, so you have to insert header. So in this case, under the insert tab, there is option of header and footer. So here I can write my assumed name here, and SE11, and then here 000. Right. So basically I have entered what you can say my details related to me, because they did not specify that you should be putting it on the left side or maybe only on the right side. So they did not specify. I can put in this way. That is I feel comfortable with it, so it's okay. So you just can revert back to the normal view, and now we are done up to this uh, step here, and then it is in landscape orientation. The row and column headings are displayed. The content of all cells are fully visible. So content of cells are fully visible. Then page layout, as you see, orientation, it should be landscape. So I'm just going to put landscape, and then I can click on uh, go the give the command print command, control P, and you can see that there are 4 pages for this. So it's okay, 4 pages are fine because they did not specify that it should be in one page. It can take 4 pages, it's okay. It is in the landscape, the row columns and headings are displayed. So for row headings and columns, headings should be displayed. So for that reason, you just have to go to page setup and click on sheet, and there is option of row and column heading. You can put the grid lines as well if you want. So you can see that they want this type of output from you. Here you go. So we are done up to this point. So now next step is that once you're done, all of the content is obviously visible for the formulae. So you have to take print of this. Now they are saying print the spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure print fits on single page. Contents of the cells are fully visible. But they did not ask either portrait or landscape, but they said that the print fits in on a single page. So for that reason, first of all, they are asking, this time they're not asking about formula, they are asking about values. So for that reason, we have to go to the formulas and click on show formula, and then same thing, because as you see the content is not fully visible, so select entire thing, double click, so make every content visible. So now the content is visible. So if we see that they say that print out fits on single page contents of cell. So they did not ask anything about page layout. So I feel like that landscape page layout is fine. So if I just click on Control P, you will see that it is coming in 2 pages, but it should be fitting in 1 page. So for that reason, you have to go to scaling, and there is option of fit sheet on 1 page. So you can see that all of the data is fit on 1 page. But right now you can see that there is a lot of blank space is here. So why not to change the orientation into portrait so that it look good. So you can see now portrait is perfect. So I am going to choose a portrait one, and other than that, yeah, nothing else to change. Okay. Next thing, because we already applied, row and column headings, but they did not ask us to revert back. So we can keep that way. It's okay. It's fine. Okay. Now they are asking that change the data, because this is modeling app, modeling application. So the benefit of modeling application is that once it's done, you can change the values. So we are going to change these values, and then we are going to take print again. So for that reason, I'm just going to open these windows side by side, and I'm going to use command control F to find, and then I just need to copy these names so that I can find. I can just simply write it, or I can copy it. So it's up to you. Uh, so here I'm just copying this, and I'm going to paste it here, and here you can see this is the name here, and for this week should be 0.6. So if I just see yeah, works is 0.6, so I'm just going to change this value to 0.6 here. So one value we have changed. Now I'm just going to copy this as well, because we have to change it into full time. So control F again, not here, here, control F here, and I'm going to paste. Fine, next, and this is the person, and we have to change this for him, the job status full time. Fine. So here for the full time, you remember the full time is 1, so I'm just going to change value here, 1. So 1, Now you can see that the value has changed to full time. And then this person, I just have to find this value as well. So what I need to do is to copy here, and then copy and control find this value here, control F, control V, find. So you can see that this value here. So for that reason, uh, works is to 0.5. So here is the works column, so I have to change it into 0.8. So it's going to change the values. Save the save and print the spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure the printout fits on single page, contents of all cells visible. So contents of all cell visible, all of the changes have taken place, and all of the setting I have same, and then it's going to be in a one single page. So you just can click on print, and then you have this print as well. So that is it for this entire portion. Here, as you can see, we are done up to this point. So this total task was 38 marks. So hopefully this had made sense for you, but it's going to make proper sense for you and once you're going to do the practice of it. So just download the source files and follow along, follow my lead, and hopefully you're ready to go. That's it. Thank you.